We're still exhaling from the last episode with the lovely Silvia Hantea is here with us again. Let me introduce this divine goddess that is with us today. She's a dear sister of ours, and she's also a Reiki master. She is a guide within the sacred system that is astrology. Honestly, y'all, she's my go-to for all things energy, human design, and astrology. So check her out. She has been doing her own shadow work for years and years and years and years. And now this is what she helps many clients with as well. She's also a mom, a wife. She's an Ishtara teacher, and she is also I think I said this, but Reiki Master Teacher, all the things. There's so much more. She's also a wealth code activator, which is what we are going to really dive into today. I'm very excited for this conversation because I had the pleasure of getting to sit in one of your containers, Silvia, that is, I think we just called it, was wealth code activation. And I got to experience Silvia in person with this amazing gift that you have. And Stacey and I thought it was really important within this rich series to also bring in the realm of spiritual. Y'all might call it the woo-woo. And wherever you find yourself in this world, all I can say is, having experienced Silvia's magic and wisdom in this, I was forever changed in a really good way. I think I get to go back to some of the ease and some of the things that you taught me within that. And so I think it's just a good spot to open up of our listeners might be like, oh, stay with us, y'all. But y'all might be like, what? What are y'all talking about?
Bring it in for them. I can hear them now. Like, first of all, what is a wealth code, and why is it a code? Is it like something secret? I told me. Like, what are we talking about? Sometimes y'all get a little too woo, and so we get to have our beautiful sister break all of that down for us. For space of wisdom and gifts. So I know these are questions the people want to know. Like, what in the world is a wealth code?
Look, listen, we told them. We said there will be some woo within this series.
We said there's going to be a lot of woo and some other stuff. But there's going to be a lot of woo.
You got the right human for that. You definitely got the right human for woo stuff. My gosh. It's so interesting. Yeah, you're right. Like the word code is like, what do you mean? Like, what's the thing that cracks it? Like, because we want all to crack that code. Yeah, I would love to be very fancy about it, but it's really simple as usual. Everything started for me when I was in a plant ceremony with a group of women that were they were with a business coach, and they were women that would want to make money, right? And so that was my first plant ceremony ever in 2021 on the big island of Hawaii. And here I am experiencing all the magic of the plant, and like being very much in a lot of joy, which it was new for me. We all know it was COVID time. I had my kids at home for the longest time ever, all little ones. I felt pretty isolated, and to be with a group of women doing something fun, this plant just brought me back into joy. That was one thing that I was like, oh my God, life is amazing. And like these bees just like flying in slow motion. And I'm like, this is so good. And then I'm finding myself going to people, right? And starting to tap on their bodies and telling them that, oh yeah, your resonance with, like, I didn't say the resonance, but just for understanding better, like your resonance is like the diamond, the energy of the diamond. That's your wealth code. And people would be like, yeah, that person would be like, oh, yeah, I always was drawn to diamonds. So it's not like something that you would like, wow, what? it almost like it's a confirmation. And some other people was like,
And
go.
you can feel free to use me as an example if
Yeah.
that's easiest to break it down, because this
And
can be difficult to like land in the logical sphere of our
yeah. So
brain.
let's say I would see a person and I would be drawn to it. It's usually, that's why it's so hard to bring it in words, because I'm a channel. So spirit comes through and I go to the person and the energy flows. I am not in charge anymore. There is not me talking and decoding something. It's coming through. And that's why for the person makes sense. There is just things that just make sense. Yes. And one thing that I've realized in this process is like, we accept when something is bougie and beautiful, like, oh yeah, frequency of diamond, frequency of gold, frequency of like treasure, that's so fancy, oh my God. But then the truth is, what started coming through as I would work with this person, a lot of resistance. It just not receiving, not being, it's like it can be that easy. And I would be guided to go, like, even go on the body, for example, in that ceremony, to go on the body and tap on the body, because we have these meridians that we all know. We go to acupuncture, that's what they do. So when you're touching on certain parts of the body, there is the energy is shifting, it's moving, it's opening, right? And then we know, like for Jill, for example, when we worked with Jill, it was all around her, like, tell me, Jill, all around your shoulders, and like you get to just let go of the structural way of existing, right? Which is very hard, because that's how she was conditioned. She was an athlete. She had to hold a lot. She worked the way she did, the career she had, everything. It's almost like the conditioning is what is covering your ease, your natural flow in your wealth, right? And obviously it's going to take you back to family, it's going to take you back to the roots, it's going to take you back to like doing shadow work, and which is basically working with the ancestral, all the stuff, right? So I would like it to be really cute and things, but the truth is, once you know your wealth code, that's actually is just like, that's the fanciest part. And then all the deconstructing, all the letting go is doing the work of the shadow, of the conditioning, because again, is that familiar way to exist, to how you were raised. That's completely opposite usually from how your wealth would flow. And we choose certain societies that we are born in cultures, and we choose our lineage for a purpose, because it would be boring, right? Like, we incarnate to have a journey. We don't come just like to like, we need the journey, we need the challenge, we need, we need to go it through, to feel it, to hustle with it, and then you arise to it. And it's like, oh, it's that it was always here. Like, you mean it was always, always, always here, but I was conditioned to not see it. So yeah.
Just letting that drop in for all the people. Fantastic. There's so much I want to ask. So, thinking about these wealth codes, question that comes up that I think people would want to know. One, does everybody have a wealth code, or just special certain people? Like they have a particular, and so only certain people get the wealth code. And then secondly, when you get revealed, like this is the wealth code. Like you told me when we were together in person, like, oh, it's your feet and your ankles and toes. Like this is where your wealth code is, right? When you hear something like that, what do you then recommend someone does? Like now that I know, like then what do I get to do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure you covering other things, like really how to make money, right? Because I'm not qualified to do that. I'm gonna bring you the energy of like, okay, if you have if spirit shows that, well, it's in my feet. Oh, what do you mean? Like, I don't like my feet. Like, how is that? How is that bringing me wealth? Like, what do you really mean? So, no, it's not special. It's everybody. We come here with our legacy. We come here with the seed. The seed is in us. You don't have to go anywhere. You know the seed that you are. You either are an orchid or a tree or a sequoia, or you are a beautiful, cute little herb in the garden. And that's everything is beautiful, right? Look at Gaia. And so it's like, no, that's the question. That's the answer. Nobody has to be something special and something. Everybody is unique and special. And that's how we come here with the code inside of us. And the code is the seed. The code is the truth. And we are wealth at always. We just get, again, in this structure, which like you come in here and then you adopt all of these ways and you forget who you are, and then you get on the journey of remembering. That's all, right? But then to be more specific to the thing that you said about like, oh yeah, okay, and so what? My feet, and so what? Like, what do I do now with that? You starting taking care of that part of your body. You giving it love, you giving it massages, and you walk bare feet and you just like kiss your feet like you never did before, and you put a lot of oils there and you just give it love, just like with Jill. You know, her shoulders, what's going on with your shoulders? Are you aware? Like, how much are you holding? Are you dropping sometimes of that? Like, are you really allowing to be held? How is there a balance between holding and being held? And for Jill, she knows that it was very clear she gets to be held more than she holds. And that's very hard because the conditioning is different. And there is a lot of, she knows, you know, Jill, that a lot of things that is like the trust, all the things, they don't do it right, all that we all have, right? So that's why it's, again, it's easy and it's simple. The thing is, we don't want simple. We want it to be complex, to be complicated, to be, you know, give me the thing to figure it out, you know, like, and no, it's really, it's basic.
And it's a little ego check because it is the fun part to be like, and what's my frequency? Gold, diamond.
Yeah.
Let me, Sylvia, just give me this part. Just tell me, body, the code lives. Because that's part of the freaking programming too.
Absolutely.
Let's just have the fluff. And what I'm hearing is the code itself, the ability, as you stated, you know, when we look at the meridian lines, our energetic body, our body as energy, once we're aware that this code now lives in my shoulders, in Stacy's feet, ankles, then it's, now how do I unpack? So then this, you're thinking of it as like a channel. How do I unpack it so a little bit of it can flow, then a little more can flow, and a little more can flow? I don't know if maybe I'll be to a point in this lifetime where both of my shoulders are full open. Maybe, maybe not. Might be the next iteration of my soul that gets to continue that on. I don't know.
And it's a journey, Jill, right? That's why it's and again, the word journey, we use it so much, but it's a path. Think about it like that. And I know perhaps there is people that don't see life like that. I just see it like that. I understand it like that. We are spirit. We are the totality of everything. And then we incarnate in this human body with this seed, in this lineage. And what are we doing? We are looking back to evolve it. The thing is, we get distracted in the process. We forget everything. We forget that we are here to evolve our lineage. That's our only work. And then the society is telling you that you can do it all, that you get to be this and that. And if you're going to be that more, then then you're going to get that. And like the ego gets involved and wants all the bougie things and, you know, cute stuff and all the things, which is great. I mean, I love that we got egos. Otherwise, we'd not be humans. we need this part of ourselves. We need it. But that's the thing. We want it to be complicated, and we are making it complicated. We living it already complicated. And to get to the truth, you get to just like remove all of those and focus on it. It's the focus, it's the attention. When we know that, that's not new. We already know that for years and years. We learned that, yes, what you're giving attention to amplifies and becomes more and heals faster, and all the things we have this research and everything, right? So it's like, yeah, if I know that my shoulders, I really have resistance to like soften and let myself be held, all the things, it's a journey. It's not going to be tomorrow. Absolutely. And for Stacy, like feet, right? Like the dancing of the ancestors and all the truth that her feet holds, and like, absolutely. Of course. And I'm sure you're living your life in the opposite part of your body, right? Like the upper part is the one that is getting attention and it's getting, right, like it's always like that. Like, look at me, like mother of her children, of four children, and she's always looking out there somewhere. One day she's gonna be somebody. Like, no, right? Like somebody, yeah, is right here. And everything you're looking for is already here.
I'm just like, oh, aggravated. So many chills and tingles. I really love that you're calling this a journey. And as you said, it's a word that gets overused. But this is the real purpose of the word, like when we're talking about this. Because a lot of people will hear, okay, great. I'm so glad Silvia came on. She told us about a wealth code and all of that. We are conditioned for the quick fix, for the instant gratification. Like, great. She told me my wealth code is here in my body, or it's here in my body, or it's here. Great. Now I want the quick fix. Like, make me wealthy now. Like, that's what it is. And what I'm hearing you say is we already have the wealth. We already have all of it. We came here with all of it. And it does get to be a beautiful, focused journey to just reveal more and reveal more and reveal more. And this isn't about like quick fix to hurry up and get me money. Like, that's not the wealth that we're talking about. That's not what being rich is about. It is about that journey and having that focused attention to enrich the whole journey. It's like not singularly focused on the money. Like, ooh, who am I being as I'm revealing and letting go and deconditioning and removing all of the programming? Who am I being? Who do I get to be to evolve my whole lineage? I'm just restating that, one, because I think my soul needed to hear it again, but then two, because I'm sure there will be people who will hear this. I want to disrupt the conditioning for them to go, great, wealth code. I'm going to book a call to Celia. She's going to tell me my wealth code. And then everything changes in my life. And I just become so money rich. Like, that is not what we're talking about. What you're talking about is something so much more profound, so more lasting, and so much more potent than anything tangible that we could create in this human body. So I just wanted to put that out there and thank you for the reminder of the soul's journey through all of this. And nothing with the soul is a quick fix or a quick boom. Now it's all finished and done. Like, we get to be in the journey and we get to love the journey. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
And I'm feeling real called to tie all that together, because this is the essence, I think, that is Silvia and everything that Stacy said, and our intention of bringing you all this series that is rich. Yes, when you hear rich, you think money. You hear wealth, you think money. You hear legacy, you think money. You hear financial abundance. That could be also tied to money. So money is such a high circulatory when we are hearing wealth. And the piece here that we're bringing to you all really today is, when you remove money from the wealth and you look at your life, what is the most important piece that has you really settling in? I am so wealthy. I drip wealth. I am rich. What is it? Remove the money and then settle into that piece and watch what happens in your life.
Exactly. I feel like because I'm an outsider, right? An outsider of US culture. This culture is the fastest. There is no drive-through in other cultures, in other countries. This is the first country I've learned that you just can eat in the car, drink in the car. You just can't pull the pee probably in the car, but very soon probably. It's like there is just a fast, like give me that. I love that you said the instant gratification because it's so true. There is like faster, right? Like why we order on Amazon because it's gonna come in 1 day, in 2 days, right? Why we're not waiting on Etsy for 2 weeks? It's, yeah, give it the thing already, right? So we want it fast, but the truth is we are exhausted. When we come back to the truth of who we are, we just want stillness. We want quiet. We want to be with our core. Also, the American society, it's incredible at camping. Why? Because of how busy is this society. I've heard camping, but this society, they know how to camp. Like that's real. That's important. You see people like, oh yeah, we are out of here. Why? Because they are looking for that. I'm gonna find myself in nature with my family. We're just fishing. We're walking in nature. Why? Because we want that. We crave that. Even though we want, give me. You're like, oh yeah, the code here. I got it all. Oh, and then what? And then what? I remember being with my teacher when I was studying with my Reiki teacher, and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much coming up, so much to heal, so much to heal. And she is like, when I'm gonna be done? I remember being so frustrated and like so much stuff just coming up. And she's like, well, darling, when you done, you die. When you out into spirit world and your journey is complete. And I'm like, what? So you better embrace it's like the hype. It's like the hype, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna get to that. And I'm like, but are you gonna enjoy the journey until you arrive to that beautiful place?
Okay.
You're gonna be dead.
What?
That's good.
Good and so true. I love these truth
I
bombs.
needed that
I love
one.
it. But it's when are we gonna be done? Yeah, this is not drive-through work. This is really a path. And it's a path so worth walking. Good. Oh,
Sylvia, is there anything else that's coming in that you would love to share in our final moments on this? I mean, we could keep going, but
Yeah.
we promise to give you bite-sized feelers. So if there's anything else that wants to come through.
I feel like what really wants to land and come through is we get to stop looking out and we get to really look right here around ourselves. What are our fruits already? Because the seed is here and we are already making fruits. We made this fruit our whole life. And it's almost like you would have a cluttered house and there is so much stuff everywhere, but there is also important things that you know that they stand no matter what. And when you clear the clutter, then you see, right? Like how can you clear the clutter if you're always looking out there? You're gonna always go. There is no space and time for it. So I feel like the wealth, the truth, the who we truly are, because we are wealth, we are it. It's already here. We are just like you said, Jill, we just put a label of money and then that's why we can't see anything else. Which the money is important. It's coming with. We know that in this world we need money to survive. That's clear. But then we made that a goal and we forgot the truth of who we are, and then we're living other people's truths. And then that's where we are miserable and forget even more, right? So just look at your fruits already. They are already here.
What a wealthy discussion.
So good.
Ah,
Thank you all for being with us through this. If you have any other questions, you can find how to reach out to Silvia in the show notes. Please leave us your comments. How did this land? What is wealth for you when you do remove the money? We love hearing from you. And we will see you next week. Same time, same place, 11:11 a.m. Eastern every Wednesday. Thank you, Sylvia,
Thank
for
you.
spending some time
thank
with
you,
us.
dear sister. Love you.
Love you. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.